Hello and welcome to the Wizard's Mill Handmade channel. I worked on this project back in December when it was a little dreary outside and snowy, and it just needed a calming thing to work on. And so I hand stamped these images from the Lawn Fawn collection, and I used some winter images for the homes and also some Halloween ones. As you can see, there's some ghosts in there. But it was a fun little project to make. And then I colored them all in, and it was so great. It was lots of fun to make. And then I also used some color for the top of the image for the sky. And I blended in some colors using a brush and some inks from stamp pads. I can make another video in the future just showing you how I do all these things. So stamping out those images, coloring them in, and also blending in the colors on the top of the image. Right here, as you can see, I'm just cutting out some snowflakes. These are die cuts with a little stamper that I got from Michael's. And now I'm showing you that I'm using a stamp. This is a little plane that we could put in the sky with a banner that's carrying along. And just wanted to say those snowflakes were die cut from white cardstock and also holographic cardstock, which I love. Just securing all of these snowflakes down with this crafter's tape. Just making sure they're randomly placed in the sky and putting like a little dab of tape on there and adhering them to the paper. All right, now that they're all down, I'm just gonna grab my stamping tool. This is a stamping platform, just so that I can put the stamp on there, and it's gonna be stamped onto the paper in a certain area. I'm just putting it in the platform here, making sure the stamp is where I want it to be, and just closing it down so it sticks onto the top of the platform. Grabbing the VersaFine Clear ink in black. And as you stamp it down there, there's a little bit of a spot missing, so I'm going to restamp it. And the stamping platform is very useful in that it allows you to restamp in the same position so that you get a better stamp down next time. I found that very useful. And we're just removing it there. I like to clean off my stamps right away with a baby wipe. And just putting it back onto the stamping set, because if I don't do this, I find that I misplace them. So it's better to put them back right away for me. Now I'm going to stamp out the same image onto some cream colored cardstock with speckles in it. And what I'm going to do eventually is just cut out the back of that image with the banner so that I could stick that to the banner on our winter scene. I'm just cutting out the banner here, doing my best to make sure it kind of cuts within those lines and that it's a good shape to stick onto the image on our scene. I'll just finish doing that. So I don't have a die cut for this particular image, but you could purchase that, I would think. So I'm just fussy cutting it here. going to check to see that it can fit into that image. And it looks good, so I'm just going to adhere it with some more crafter's tape. And sticking it on right in there. And now I'm going to find some nice stamps to stamp an image, or sorry, a sentiment onto here. So I'm going to combine a few stamps for the sentiment. I'm looking at this little stamp set from Lawn Fawn, and I'm going to fuse the magical and the day part of this stamp. And then I'm going to use the word snow from a different set, so it's going to say Magical Snow Day. I'm using the archival distressed ink in the picked raspberry color. So I'm just dabbing that onto a portion of the sentiment and the magical word. So just stamping that right on there. So magical comes out in that picked raspberry color. And I'll just clean it off. Then I'm going to use another shade of the archival ink. Just checking to see if it's in the right position. Inking it up, and then I'm going to stamp it on there. There we go. Snow. So there's the word snow. And then I'm going to use the word day. There we go. All right, Magical Snow Day. Then we have this little snowflake stamp from the Lawn Fawn set, and I'm just going to put a little snowflake beside it, just to add in that little space there. There we go. There's our sentiment. Now we have the solid rose gold matte stack, and I'm going to choose a color within here to make our moon that goes in the sky, our little crescent moon. Just showing you that, I chose this rose gold sparkly paper and I die cut it out. And there's these little pieces in here that I can't just get out with just my fingers, so I'm using this tool from Cricut to just push the pieces out. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere that to our scene, our magic wintry scene. All right, there's our crescent moon in the sky. It's nice and sparkly. Now I'm just going to put some stars in that I had reserved from another die cut just recently. I believe it was the Tim Holtz star set. And just kind of scattered them on the paper there. Now I'm going to pick them up and adhere them to the paper with this crafter's tape. And I'll let you just watch that. Now I'm just going to color in these stars with these metallic permanent markers that I got from the dollar store. They're Studio ink. I love coloring. I just find it so relaxing, and especially with these metallic colors. And I'll just let you watch me finish coloring. And that's it. Here's this pretty wintry scene with the little snowflakes falling on the village, a crescent moon in the sky, and our stars with a metallic shimmer. It's a magical snow day indeed. So sparkly. Thank you for watching.